Hi, boys and girls. So you don't see my face in this video because I want to work through a craft activity with you after listening and responding to Whistle for Willie. So if you haven't listened to the video where I'm reading the story, make sure you listen to that video first and then come back to this video to create our craft activity. So Ezra Jack Keats is the author of Whistle for Willie, and he is also the illustrator. The illustrator of a book creates all of the pictures that are inside of the story. And the way Ezra Jack Keats creates his illustrations, he does a lot of stacking of different colors and sizes of paper. So he'll stack paper on top of each other in different ways and glue them together, and that is how he will create some of his illustrations. So I thought it might be fun for us to try to create our own Willie by cutting and gluing and stacking different colors of paper. So in your blue bag of materials, you have construction paper, and you would need brown and pink. Those are for our details, and we don't need as much of it. So I cut my paper in half to start. Now remember, if you have to gather the materials or you have to do any cutting, just pause my video while you do that and then press play when you're ready to continue. Also with the pink and the brown, you are going to need one big piece of black construction paper. You will also need a crayon. I used a white crayon because white shows up really good on the black construction paper. Yellow might do the trick for you if you can't find your white, but get yourself a light colored crayon. And then we need to draw these shapes on our black paper. We need one big rectangle. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller rectangles, 2 triangles, 1 crescent, and I like to call that a teardrop or a raindrop. So with your crayon, draw those shapes on your black paper. And once your shapes are drawn, this is where our scissors come in. Remember, thumb facing up. This is how we cut. And we're going to cut out these shapes from the paper. Remember, just pause your video while you're cutting. When your cutting is done, these are the pieces that you will have. And this is how we're going to put Willie together. We've cut, now we're going to stack and glue. So I'm going to put some glue down at the bottom of this big rectangle to make Willie's legs. And then I'll just press them on. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's his legs. See his legs there? Then I'm going to put some glue in this corner for his tail, which will be from this crescent-shaped piece. And his tail will be sticking up. Okay. Then some glue in this corner. And this last rectangle will be Willie's neck. So we'll glue that on. We're almost there. And do you know what the teardrop shape is going to be? Yep, it's going to be his head, believe it or not. So we'll put some glue at the top of this rectangle piece. And when we stick this piece on, we kind of want to put it right in the middle of the teardrop. So we'll press it like this. Don't slide it too far this way or too far this way. Right in the middle. And press that down so it sticks. And the only thing we have left are his ears. Now this one, I'm actually going to put the glue right on the ear, right down here, because I'm going to tuck this ear behind, going behind his head for one. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and put his second ear. So now Willie's got his 2 ears. So we glued and we stacked our black pieces. Now the brown and the pink are for the details. So if you notice in the story, let's go inside. See if we find a closer picture of Willie. Willie has a collar around his neck. You see Willie's collar? And the color of his collar is pink. So we have that pink paper. And really, all you need to do is cut a little rectangle, maybe from the corner. That leaves a lot of pink paper left. I wouldn't throw it away. You could save it for another craft activity. So put some glue where his neck is and give Willie a pink collar. And the brown, because Willie is a dog that's called a dachshund, so he has some brown in his fur. So we're going to use the brown and make some eyes that are brown, put some brown down by his feet. If you want to add some brown in other spots, you totally can too. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw 2 circles for his eyes. Can you see how that crayon helps it show up? And then I'm going to cut those circles out. Remember, just pause anytime you need a little bit more time. There's one. And there's 2. So I'll put some glue for his eyes and press those circles on. 1, 2. But you know what I realized? I need a little brown circle for the tip of his nose. I'm going to make a smaller circle, like that. Cut that out. And a little glue right here on the edge. And boop, there you go. And I think I'll use my crayons for some details too. So I'll put a black circle in the center. That still needs to dry a little. And even a little bit of black right there. Oh my gosh, is he cute or what? So I'll leave you to it at this point. If you want to add any more details with the brown around his feet or tail or anywhere else on his fur, you can do that. And then when you're finished, you'll have your very own Willie. I would love to see it when you're finished, so send me a picture of your Willie.